Good morning, all. Today, 29. Okay. So, have been discussing OPS concepts, right? Go to the slide. Yeah. In the OPS concept, we discussed about class object in previous classes and subtopics. Now, today we'll discuss about third, nothing but inheritance. Inheritance in a Java. Very important topic. Inheritance. Okay. So, first of all, we will go to the general definition. Let me tell. Inheritance. Generally, where we are hearing this inheritance, nothing but suppose two persons. Two persons. Okay. One person is parent and another person is child. Generally, the parent properties, suppose let me write one diagram. Parent, assume he is one parent. Okay. Parent, whatever the properties, nothing but the same, like you can also maybe heard that these words, like you are exactly same as your father, you are exactly same as your mother, nothing but body, height, otherwise the color, all these things is exactly same as another person, that is nothing but child. So whatever the properties of the parent, same exactly have the child also. Clear? Defaultly, general terms, same as in the inheritance also. The technically whatever the parent, whatever the parent have members will defaultly will get by child, generally. So this is nothing but inheritance, simple terms. So let me write one point. Inheritance also called as is a relation. Is a relation also we will call same thing. Second point, how to maintain between two classes, because with the extends keyword, by using extends keyword. By using extend keyword, we can implement this thing. We can implement. And so why I yesterday, I earlier told that what is meant by this inheritance, how to implement this one. So general example, whatever the properties and behaviors of a parent automatically will inherited by kids, right? So technical wise, that is general process. Technical wise, how to speak? Technically wise, parent class and child class, whatever the parent have by default available by child. So technically, parent class, whatever the members has the parent will acquired by child class. This is the main point in the inheritance. Also, what is the advantage of this inheritance? Nothing but code reusability. Code reuse. Clear? Now let me use some general example. Let me go to the coding part. SRC. Let me remove all these things. SRC. Let me create one package name in the September project. Let me create one package name as com dot inheritance dot something demo. This is my package name. In this package, let me create one class, new class, something parent. Public static void main method. See now. So we know not required this one. See now, I created one package. In that package, one class available. Now, parent has some properties. Let me write. Simple. I will write one method. Void parent method. Clear? Now let me write system dot out dot println. Let me write here parent has one method, that is parent method itself. Now see the observe this one. This is, let me write here parent class, or let me write subclass. No, I would say it is a, what can I say? Okay, main parent class. This is parent class. Now we has the one property. Now let me create one more class in the same package. New, again class. Now let me take class name as a child. Let me write here one method name as let me write method name as void comma child method This is one method available in the child class, nothing but subclass. Child class or derived class or subclass. All terms are same. Okay, this is nothing but assume it is a second class for your understanding. Class 2 for your understanding, but technically you have to speak subclass. Now in this, let me write this out. What I have to write here? Let me write child has own specific method. Specific method nothing but he has one method. Now this is the parent class. This is the child class. Parent class also called as a superclass or base class. So this is assume, okay, assume this is the class 2, this is class 1. Okay, now see, concentrate here. I have two classes. One is the technical parent class, it has one method, and in the same package I have the child class. Now I want to use this method in my child class. For that purpose I am using extends keyword. We have the 54 keywords in the Java. Among that, one is the extends keyword. Extends keyword. After that, this is the child class. Extends parent. What is parent here? Class name is parent itself. Copy this one, paste after the parent. Now save this one. This is what child is, child class, extends parent class. Clear? Child is the nothing but assume it is a class 2, otherwise subclass. Parent is first class, class 1. I am using extends keyword. By using extends keyword, whatever the properties, behaviors of the parent, all will come to the child class. Clear? Now, clear, right? Now I have to use this method, parent method, default parent, parent method, I have to use in the child class. I used that extends keyword. This is one point. Now I have to create one object. Generally, to whom I have to create object? Let me write here one thing. Assume right. Let me write here. Okay, 2 is fine. This is a parent class and child class. So parent has properties. Generally, I will give first general example. After that, I will go to the technical. First, parent. Parent has some properties. Suppose it may be assets. Assets comes under all these things. Fields, land. fields, lands, bungalow, cars, all will comes under properties. Suppose parent has two specific properties and generally it will all acquired by child only, right? By using extends keyword, all will come. So this only will come here. And but here one more point is there. Some child also some specific properties. He has also some fields or something properties. Clear? Now assume this one. Parent has two properties. Now I will speak technically. Parent has some properties. What are those? Parent has one property. Assume members. Members nothing but variables and methods. Parent has one member. Nothing but parent method available in the parent class. Clear? By using the extends keyword, defaultly all parent properties will come to child. Came right? After child also some specific properties. What is those? Child has specific property, nothing but he has one method, child method. By using the extends keyword, I can use this method without writing in my child class. If I write again this one, it will become duplicity. If you write two times, it became called duplicity. To avoid that purpose, I use the extends keyword and I have to create object for generally use your intelligence to whom which class I have to create, then I can acquire all properties. Generally child. If you create the object for the child class, then you can acquire parent class properties as well as child specific properties. So now I have to create object for child class. Clear? I have to create object for the child class, then I can acquire parent class properties as well as their child specific properties. This is the logic. Now let me create object for child. New keyword. Generally you have to give in the right one main method. In the main method, I have to create object. I have to create object for the child. Then only I can acquire parent properties, child specific properties. With the new keyword, I have to create the object child, parenthesis, close. This is how we have to create the object. The new equal to reference variable. You know what is meant by reference variable. If you give the reference variable, it will give the address of a child. In the address what contains? Child members. It contains now only one method. That is the difference between reference variable and normal general variable. You know, primitive type variable. Primitive type variable will store generally data, but reference variable will store the address of that class. Now let me give one reference variable. Let me write inheritance, nothing but in. In is the my reference variable, and this is what type? Child class type. This is also one data type. Now I created object for child class. Now see now in dot child method. Child method coming from Where? In the child class itself only. Clear? Child method, nothing but fifth line to eighth line. Child method, return type is void. Return type is void and the access modifier is default. Let me write public. Now see. Now in nothing but reference variable, I am calling that class with the address dot child. Child method in the class itself, void is a return type. Child is what? Class name. Third, child is the subclass. Nothing but derived class. Nothing but subclass, derived class, child class. All same, so all terms are same. This is clear. Now save this one. Now I want to access this parent method also. I can happily use that one. Why? Because of I am using extends keyword, I created object also for the child. Then defaultly all parent methods, I wrote here only one line, but in the real time it might be a predefined class. Then they contains not one method, they contains maybe 60 or 70 methods available. For beginning stage, understanding purpose, I wrote one method. Then whatever the parent property, easily defaultly available in the child class. Now let me invoke that in dot parent. See now, parent method, return type is void, class name is parent. Clear? Save this one. Now let me show something. In the Eclipse IDE, hold the control button, take the mouse to the parent method and hit the open declaration. See now where I am now? I am in the child class. I am in the child class, derived class are all our terms are same. Now I am in the child 2 class. Internally the process will run. See now, child has own specific method coming from 6th line. Parent has one method coming from the parent method. How we build this relation? By using extends keyword without duplicity. Without writing that code, I am accessing the parent members. Now inheritance allow the class inheritance topic, nothing but this concept allows the class to reuse the properties functionalities of another class. By means child class is using the classes functionality of parent class functionality. Done. Now this is clear, right? This is general example. Now one more important point. Wherever the now we'll write one point. Wherever the common functionality required in such case we have to go for inheritance. What does this mean? Nothing but same class I will explain. Right? This is clear, right? Now, in the same parent class, let me add some properties. Integer name. All have the name, comma. I just declare. I didn't initialize anything. Now, let me write some other number. Long. Save this one and let me write here name plus concatenate symbol other number copy. Now let me write here one statement for your understanding. Person details. Save this one. So in the parent class, common properties. Okay, suppose person, let me rename it as a parent person. In this first class, just a minute, it's loading. Okay, parent person. I updated parent class as a parent person. Every person has these two properties, minimum these two properties, name and Aadhaar card. This is the common across the all subclasses. I wrote here only one subclass. Okay, which is showing that I updated, right? Okay, I will explain this one. So every person has minimum these properties. Person has name, person has Aadhaar card number. Especially in we are living in India. So yeah, these two properties. This is the common for all I would say all persons. Like it might be student, it might be employee, right? For them, this is common. This common properties I have to put in the parent class. Then what is the use? Without writing these two lines in my code, I can reuse this one. I can use in my application. That is the main purpose. Now, child. Let me write child as a student. Now, what is this one? Parent. Let me go to the parent is my now super class. I will copy here. Now I will update this child as a child's student. Now copy this one. Now let me remove this one. I will explain this one. Now child also some specific properties, right? What is that? Suppose here student, child student. Let me give here integer student name, comma, integer student ID. These two are the properties, specific properties these are all the specific properties of a child. Specific nothing but own. General terms, child has his own properties, parent has his own properties. Now in the student has two properties, name and ID. Now in the child method, let me update here, parent has own specific method. Okay, now let me write here one variable, student name, copy this one and let me write here some dots, details. concat symbol, nothing but it will append both student ID. Copy this concatenate symbol, I will write here, save this one, main method. Okay, see now what I did. In the parent person, it is nothing but parent class, super class, base class. In the class 1, I have two properties. Oh, two properties and one method actually. Two properties and one method, right? In the parent person, nothing but assume it is a super class or base class, parent class. In that parent class, two properties and one method available. Now I want to use this two properties and one method without rewriting in my child student. For that purpose, I use as a keyword as extends, then parent person. Whatever the members nothing but already I told properties and methods. It will come to two properties and one method available in the child student because of using extends keyword. Now to which class I have to create object? Generally, obviously child class. Assume like it might be for your understanding purpose I wrote here child student. In the real time after further course of period might be it is not a child student, it is a something else, some XYZ name. It is the parent class. Then you have to understand that one whenever you are seeing extends keyword. Assume that this one is the parent class, this one is the child class. Child class extends the parent class. Clear? Child class extends the parent class. Then all properties will come by child. This is the inheritance concept. After that, now to which class I have to create object? Obviously child class. Let me copy this one. With the new keyword, we have to create the object. Object has created. Now give the one reference variable. Let me write it is a single level inheritance. Let me write SI, single level inheritance, SLI. Now which type is this one? Class type. What class? Child class. Child class student. Let me copy this one. Let me paste over here. Object has created. SLI, single level inheritance. SLI is my reference variable. Now I can happily invoke my child class specific properties and properties on one method available in parent class. See now, I didn't write Aadhaar number, I didn't write name, I didn't write any method. These lines 5 to 12th line I didn't write here in this method. If I write, it is called duplicity. It is called duplicity with the reference, object reference. So let me write SLI dot Aadhaar number. See, Aadhaar number coming from data type is long, coming from parent person. What is this? It's a class name from parent class. Now I have to give here something. I don't give a version number. I will use some 1, 2, 3, this one like this. Aadhaar number. It is coming from where? Parent class. Parent class property. Parent class property I am using in my child class. Now SLI dot again name coming from parent person. This is nothing but parent class and integer. Let me give your name as a person, right? What can I name? Something Hari. This is one thing. Okay, what is happening here? Change two names to string. Okay, I took here integer. Oh, sorry. Now let me write system.out.println. Okay, SLI dot, let me invoke the parent method. What is the parent method? We have the two properties already invoked and one method. What is that method name? Parent method. SLI dot parent method. See now, parent method is the method name. Return type is void parent person. This is coming from parent class. Save this one. Let me run this code. See now what is printed? Person details Hari and something number. Okay, let me write here some more. Person name I already done, and Aadhaar number. Now again save this code. Let me run this one. See now, person details Hari I gave here and Aadhaar number. But what is my child method? Child has own specific property. It should print, right? It didn't print. Why? Because of I'm not invoking that person. What I'm demonstrating here, what I'm trying to make a point here, with the child class reference object, I can hold the parent class properties by using the extends keyword. What is the main purpose of the inheritance concept? Code reusability. Already done. Parent person details. See what is here? This is child has own specific property and student name I have to give. But it is coming from parent class. Person details Hari I gave here and Aadhaar number. This is coming from first class. Person details nothing but coming from the parent class. So I successfully invoked the parent properties in my child class. Now I want to invoke the child class. We know it is very easy thing with the slide dot. What is the name? S name. Let me give student name as, oh, this is also given integer. It is a string type. Now let me give here what can I give? Name something Krishna. Let me save this one. He is the student name. SLI dot SID. Let me give one something 1003. This is the student ID. So initialize part done. Now let me write system.out.println. Sorry, not system.out.println. Let me invoke this method, child class specific method. For that purpose again, reference variable dot, what is that method name? Okay, child method. Save this one. Now let me run this code. Child has own specific method, name and ID name. Now let me update this one. Student name, comma. Let me remove this one. Student ID number. Save this one. Let me run this code. So see now, let me minimize this part. Okay. See now, first I invoked the parent properties and methods with the method. After that, child specific property, student name. Okay, it's let me write here some bits. It's merged. Okay. Student name Krishna, student ID number. Oh, again here, let me write some dots. Save this one. Otherwise, let me give one arrow mark. Save this one. Okay. Okay. Student name Krishna, student ID 1013. This is how we have to use the code without doing the duplicity. Clear? Single level inheritance. Okay, we will go to the definition. Inheritance nothing but inheritance is a mechanism in a Java where one class or child subclass acquires the properties and behaviors, nothing but fields and members, to another class, nothing but parent class. This is the actual definition of inheritance. We saw, right? Inheritance is a one mechanism where in Java, wherever the property is required, right? Wherever the functionality required, without writing the duplicity, without writing the code, calling as a duplicity, we will, in that such a cases, we have to use that one class of functionality into the another class of functionality. At that case, we have to go for inheritance. Clear? And what is the main purpose? Code reusability, method overriding, or polymorphism. Okay, you can understand what is meant by method overriding and method overloading. It will come the concepts in polymorphism. So syntax of the inheritance. Okay, it's already done, right? Parent class. After that, child class extending the parent. Then what is done? We can acquire the whatever the properties and methods available in the parent class by using the extends keyword. So this is the syntax actually, parent class and child class. Now we will go to the types of inheritance. So up to now I discussed about single level inheritance only. Okay, single level inheritance I discussed. So what is meant by single level inheritance? One class of the properties will be acquired by another class, right? We saw the single level inheritance only up to now. Now we have the types, multi-level and hierarchical and multiple hybrid. These are all the types involved in the inheritance concept. Mostly we will discuss multi-level, multiple in the course of period. Nothing but in future classes I will explain. Why? Because of I have to introduce the concept as interface. In that interface, I will introduce this multiple multiple inheritance. Now I will explain multi-level inheritance. A class inherits from a class which is itself and inherited another class. Now let me speak about inheritance concept. Multi-level inheritance concept. What is that syntax here? Single inheritance. Okay. Multi-level. This is single level inheritance. So far we discussed about single level inheritance. One class A. This is nothing but parent class. Class B is a child class. Class B extends the child class. Though all properties will come to the child class. We know this. We saw this earlier. Now multi-level. We have the three classes. Class A, Class B, Class C. Class A is become the grandparent. Assume. Okay. Class B is the let me say grandparent, father. Father has child. So what? Okay, let me go to the Let me go to the paint. Same thing. Okay. Okay. Child. Okay. Let me write one more thing. Let me remove this thing. Parent and child. Let me go for orange. Okay. Let me write again. Space is not there. This is one person. This is one person. This is one person. Assume I have three classes. Assume person 1. Assume grandparent. Person 2 as a father. Person 3 nothing but child. Oh, let me expand this. Alright, see now we have the I'm speaking about which concept? Multi-level concept. For that purpose we have three persons. Assume grandparent, father and child. Suppose hello. Suppose assume grandparent has properties. One property. Okay. This property will come to the father by using a extends keyword. Generally in the real life also, whatever the properties available for the grandparent, it will come to the his child. After that, this will come to okay. Let me explain. Person 2 has the specific property. Nothing but father has one specific property. Assume. Now it will come to his child. Right? Now assume how many properties he has, child. From the grandparent, orange. From the father properties and property. Clear? This is, let me remove this one. Now what I have to do here? This is little concentrate here. I have the class 1. Parent class. Let me do here. Class 1. Nothing but parent. Let me write here parent as a grand. Let me update rename file to grandparent. Save this one. Now grandparent has some properties, 2 properties and 1 method. It will come to his child. Let me write here father. Let me update this name as, and what is their grandparent? This one. Super class, copy this one. Let me update here. This is, we know, single level inheritance. Now I am explaining multi-level, right? Now one more class I will create now. In the com.inheritance demo, let me right click here. Let me go to the new, let me create class. Let me give name as a grand child. Assume this is a This is of class 1. This is class 2. Let me remove these things. Class 2. Class 3 is grand chain. Now, this grand chain also some specific property, right? For that purpose, let me write simple one method. He has one specific, we don't write the system.out.println without the method. Let me write one method. Void, void grand small g child method, open braces, close braces. So grand child has specific property. Let me write simple system.out.println and child let me write method. Message from the grand child method. Okay, now in the class 1 specific properties, I use the extends keyword. I can without writing that code, without making duplicity, I can reuse that one. Now I will use extends keyword. Extends to what I have to give here? What I have to give here? I have to give here this class, father. I don't give first class. I will give second class. Then all properties will come to the grand chain, right? In the class 3, who is the father of this one? Second class. For that purpose, second class I will give as a parent. Clear? Save this one. Now see the thing. Class 1 specific property, class 2 specific property, moreover parent class properties. Now multi-level third class grandchild extends in the father student and grandchild also some specific property. Then without writing this part, assume 5 to 12 lines, second class, these lines without writing in my code, I can reuse that one. So which class I have to create object? We have 3 classes, parent and father and child. To which class I have to create object? User intelligence. I have to create object for the grandchild. This one. Grandchild. Right? Third class. Simply, you understand? Third class I have to create object. Then I can acquire grandparent properties, father properties, his own specific properties. All 3 I can access. Right? All 3 properties I can access by simply creating object for grandchild. That I will do. That thing I will do now. Let me create one main method, public static void main. Oh, this is not main method. Main method. Simply if you give main, the main method will come. So which class I have to create object? Grandchild. Copy this one. With the new keyword, I have to create the object. Now equal to, let me give one reference variable. It's a grandchild. GC. Which type? Class type. Class is grandchild. Nothing but this is also like a data type. Now GC dot, see now how many methods, how many members coming? Other number coming from grandparent person. Let me give some any number. It's equal to, let me give some number. Save this one. GC dot name equal to, let me give again, let me give, what can I give names? Anyone name in the online? Online. Arvani, Janavi, Gautam, Manikant, Praveen, Rani, Shairga, Uday. Let me give name as Uday. This is from where? Parent class. This is coming from parent class. Right? This is coming from parent class. Right? Other number and name. If you go to the property, where I declare this name, where I declare this property? In the first class. I'm using in the third class. Right? Now, let me write again. Let me write, okay. Parent class. Now, child class members. Parent, like this is grandparent. Now father class. For your understanding, I am writing this one. Generally, we don't write like this. Generally, they have the something else names. Now GC dot, let me write father properties ID. Let me give some ID. GC dot name from father, student father. Let me give here name as something Padmanjali. What's happening here? Syntax error. Okay. Close with a semicolon. System dot out dot println. Let me write. Child class. GC dot. Now I am accessing the grand child, nothing but his class specific properties. What is there? G child method. Save this one. Okay, how many properties contain in the parent, grandparent? 2 properties and 1 method. What is that method name? Parent method. Let me write here that also. Parent method. Let me save it. So this is from first class members, nothing but properties and behaviors. So I am accessing with the third class by using the extends keyword. After that, class 2 contains 2 properties and 1 method. What is that method name? Child method. Let me access this one also here. GC dot, what is the method name? Child method. child method from second class. Now see now from the first class I able to access the property methods members and what I would say, I can able to access the members of the first class. I can able to access the second class members. I can able to access the third class specific property. Now let me run this code. So first class, second class, third class. Okay. Let me run this code. Right click on the open space. Run as a Java application. Run as a Java application. See the console. See now from the grandparent I invoke the method. It's printed on the console. From the father class, nothing but second class, I printed method on the console, and the grandparent third class has the own specific property. I printed on the console. This is how we have to achieve the multi-level inheritance. Clear? So conclusion, wherever the properties methods the parent have defaultly available in the child, hence on the child class reference we can hold the both parent class and child specific methods and properties, right? Conclusion 2, wherever the method and properties of the child has by default not available for the parent, right? And hence the parent reference we cannot hold the child properties. What does that mean? Means we have to create the object for the child class. If you create the object for the parent class here, instead of, let me create object for the parent class. This is my parent class. If you create object here, something reference variable, new keyword and class, then we cannot access the first class 2 members, class 3 members. That is the conclusion. See now, let me put all this in comment. I created object for the first class, then I can access only this members only. That is the thing. We don't create an object for the first class. Then we cannot be able to access the all members. JI dot. See now what is coming? Only parent class specific parent class members only. Aadhaar card number, data type is long, from the grandparent grandparent person, nothing but first class, and name. I am not able to see the second class and third class properties. This is one conclusion. We don't create object for the first class, then we cannot able to access. Just save this one, again run, this thing will come. Clear? So it's almost 10:30. Okay guys, that's it about today. Hierarchical inheritance will come, we'll discuss coming sessions. Okay, that's it about today. Thank you. Stopping the recording.